host it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Stand back there by Miss Lisa. Yeah, you stay here. Is it too
Hi,
hot, buddy?
I'm Shalane. This is Dean, and we are
GrassRoots Living.
And this is how we live our love. Hi friends, we are so glad that you joined us today. Today we're going to have a little campfire chat. We miss our friends, and we were kind of thinking if we were sitting around a campfire this evening with our friends, what would we be talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so let's just talk about the elephant that's in the room. We've got I guess, a national crisis going on, if you listen to the media. And so it is affecting things. For instance, we were planning to work at Adventureland. I know Disneyland's shut down. I know Silver Dollar City, which is another amusement park in southern Missouri, is going to delay their opening by at least 2 weeks. So we really don't know. So our plans right now are simply to look at more online remote work, maybe teaching online and things like that. That's where we're at. We want to know, where are you at? Right. Have your plans changed, or do you have a plan B?
Yeah. So we'd like to stick with the plans that we have. We just don't know what's going to happen. Right. So we'll see. Campfire chat.
And I promise we're going to keep this a little more lighthearted, but that would be a topic that we would definitely ask. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing we would talk about around the campfires, we'd say, hey, tell us about your family.
Yeah.
Right? So tell us about your family. We'll tell you about ours. We've got 3 grown, gorgeous children and in-laws, and
all of them married. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 in-laws, and our oldest daughter has a stepdaughter, Ella, just beautiful, and 2 dogs that are her kids, our grand dogs, right? And then we have 3 grandsons. Last time you watched this, maybe you saw the birth of our last grandson. We'll go ahead and link it so you can watch it. It's G-rated and fun to watch. So our family, 3 kids, 3 in-laws, 3 baby boys, and a step-granddaughter. So that's our family. Tell us about yours.
Not 3 baby boys, 3 grandbaby boys.
Well, they are still my babies. Okay, the next one. Tell us about your current or pre-RV life occupations. Like, what did you do before you went on the road?
Yeah. For us, we were both teachers. So I did it since 1982. So I've been.
I was little.
I've been it a long time.
When he started, I wasn't that little. I was 12.
That's pretty young.
Yeah, both school teachers, both coaches. He's coached just about every sport under the sun, and I coached cheerleading. So yeah, former school teachers. Yeah. Let's see. Tell us about your love story. I think I'll let him start and see if he gets this right.
Well, I might as well go ahead, keep it short, and give you her version. But okay. we basically met at a church dance, and we hit it off right away. I never have felt like that. Never will in my life feel like that again. And in fact, 2 days later, I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And we were married about a month later. The rest is history.
That was very accurate.
30 years ago.
Yes.
I told you I would give her her side of the story, so.
Okay.
Leave a comment below if you want my story. It's much better.
Okay. Yeah, it was about a day and a half after we met. We were naming our first son. We thought, well, we would love it if our first child was a boy, and we would want to name him after you, and we would call him DJ because his middle name would start with a J. And so and then I was like, well, you haven't even asked me to marry you yet, even though we kind of just knew we were going to get married. And so he's like, oh yeah, will you marry me? It was so romantic.
I'm like that.
And I'm like, yeah. So anyway, that's our love story. We met at a church singles dance, which is slightly lame, but it's how it happened. And we fell madly in love, and we were married a few days later. So now we've been married 30 years.
30 years, yeah.
That's our love story. your favorite adventure?
Wow. We've had so many great adventures. To talk about our favorite would be so difficult.
Yeah. I think one of our favorite adventures, though, was one summer, even though we were already full-time RVers, living in a travel trailer, we decided to leave the travel trailer behind, and we had one of those a shell in the back of our truck, and we loaded up the back of our truck with our solar shower and our solar panel and solar generator and a bag of stuff and a bed, and we had a big adventure. Yeah. We just went, we were gone for several weeks just living out of the back of that truck. That was a good adventure.
That was. Yeah. It really helps us to prepare for what we're going to live in soon. So, but that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story.
We're trying to keep it short today.
Yes, it's coming up. Watch for that exciting news. Okay, the next one. Now think about these as we are telling you what our answers, because we really are going to challenge you guys to answer these same questions. Tell us about you in your own video, because we're anxious to hear about you guys.
Yeah. So we're not challenging any 5 people or 3 people or whatever. We're challenging everybody that's watching.
All of you.
Yeah. Anyone that has a YouTube channel, do this.
We love you and we want to know more about you. That's right. So Campfire Chat. That's how you get to know people.
That's right.
Okay. The next one is what a perfect day would look like. What would a perfect day look like for you? I'm gonna go.
Okay, go ahead.
My perfect day, I would get up and just about every morning we have a fruit smoothie for breakfast with some greens and a piece of yummy toast with salted butter. And that's a good start. I like that start to every day, so I wouldn't change it. And then we would get together with our children and grandchildren, maybe over at the lake, right? And we'd have a big old picnic. And the boys and I would roll down the hill and we would go fishing. It would be so much fun. And then they would be tuckered out, so they would all go home, and then our friends would join us, like in Quartzsite. Ooh, I'll link that video so you can see that Quartzsite video. And we'd sit around a campfire and just chit-chat with all of our friends until late into the night, which for me is about 9:30. That's about all I can take, and then I sleep. So that would be my perfect day. It would probably be about 72 degrees, no rain, no wind, maybe a light breeze. You'll like it?
I love it. It's a good one. It's a really good one. My perfect day would be a day with her. I'm done. What can you say?
Thanks, babe. You're so sweet. Yeah, he would be there on my whole day, for sure. Okay. I do like hanging out with you, babe. Thanks. You're my best one.
Thanks.
Okay. Your rig. Oh, tell us about your rig. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want a different one? What's its name? Okay. So I'll let you handle this one.
All right, so we're currently in a travel trailer that's 21 feet, just short of 21 feet, the box is. It's a 2010. It suits us well, you know. I guess a lot of people think it's too small, but we're actually going to go a little smaller than this. But we named it Times Square because there's a song that we love that says that we spent a night in Times Square.
We spent New Year's Eve once in Times Square, and we're trying to do all the adventures that are in this song. We're trying to do these adventures, but we don't really want to spend New Year's Eve in Times Square, so we just named our rig Times Square.
Which we did.
So we spent New Year's Eve in Times Square.
There you go.
We're so clever.
Just call it TS for short.
TS.
Would we get a new one? The answer is yes. And yes, we have already bought our new one.
She's already got a name.
And it's a
secret.
Yeah. Now, the future episode, we'll show you this.
Coming to an episode on YouTube near you.
That's right.
Okay, but tell us about your rig and what you named it. And if you like it, love it, don't like it, getting something different, tell us about your rig. We love learning about people's rigs and what they think about it and that kind of thing. Let's see. Your style of travel as an RVer. Kind of what's your style of travel?
I mean, we work camp, so we'll go somewhere and stay for 2 or 3 months. Sometimes as long as 5 months. But it does happen that we will stay longer. But we like to go someplace and just really enjoy that particular area and then move on.
Yeah.
As we're actually traveling down the highway, we'll stay at a lot of Walmarts. We'll stay at a lot of free campsites, do a lot of boondocking, those type of things. I
get kind of irritated when I have to pay for camping. I don't know why. Because other people see it like it's their rent. Like if they have 1,000 trails, which is awesome for a lot of people, right? That have,
sure. And
they consider that their rent. I just get to be kind of a stinker if I even have to pay $1.50 to stay anywhere. I'm so, our budget is really tight because I don't want to work. I just want to play. And so I don't want to have to pay to stay somewhere. So we boondock a lot, dry camp a lot. And if you don't know the difference, dry camping is when you're at a casino or a parking lot or something like that. And boondocking, they're both kind of the same thing because you're not hooked up.
Right.
But dry camping is at like an establishment, right? Store or something. And boondocking is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And so we love to boondock. And sometimes we call it, what do you call it when you're parked by somebody's house?
Mooch docking.
We're mooch docking right now. Yeah. I like that too. Thank you, sister.
One of the things that we absolutely loved about this winter was all the boondocking that we got to do in Quartzsite and then in Yuma. And generally in those situations, we like to stay for about 2 weeks, which is usually the limit. And then we'll move on to someplace else. Yeah. But we really thoroughly enjoy that lifestyle. That's
kind of like what we like to do. A couple weeks travel, couple weeks travel, couple weeks travel. That's kind of like usually what we do. Sometimes we do kind of whirlwind vacations where we'll go to lots of places.
Or if we have to get from one work camping job directly to the next one, we'll just head down the road.
Yeah. Okay, next one. I think we have 3 more. 3 more. Your style. Oh, we did that one. Oh, we only have 2 more.
Okay.
And these 2 are actually what we ask everybody when we meet them. When we do like little interviews, and at the end of our videos, we have a little guest. And Lil is L-Y-L. It stands for Live Your Love. We have an awesome little tribe, and we ask all our little guests 2 questions. What makes you happy and how do you live your love? So what makes us happy is our family, taking care of our spiritual, physical, and emotional health, and like traveling and making new discoveries.
And honestly, especially with this whole Quartzsite thing, meeting new people.
Yeah.
We love to meet new people and hear their stories.
So
that's why we're doing this.
The second question, yes. The second question has always been, how do you live your love? You know what makes you happy. So how do you put that into action? And so we do that by choosing to travel together.
Yeah. Keep our house on wheels.
Keep our house on wheels and travel as much as possible. And just have adventures and enjoy meeting people and making new discoveries. And of course, just loving up on our family any chance we get and taking care of ourselves.
That's right.
That's how we live our love. So, wow, we did so well.
Yeah, we did.
I just thought we were going to talk way too much.
Well, someone might have.
I do tend to ramble on, but we did a good job. We want to hear these things from you, so join our Campfire Chat. I will put these kind of questions or tell us about it, the things, topics in the description below, and just encourage all of you guys to do the same thing so we can learn a little bit more about you. If there's any of them that you want to switch up a little bit, you're welcome to do that. We hope that you've enjoyed this video. We encourage you to like, subscribe, and share. And go look at our other videos and see if there might be something you're interested in. There's some things for those of you that are from the Midwest. There's a lot of videos about Iowa and Minnesota and Michigan.
Huh?
We'll be taking you back up into Canada soon, maybe next week.
Across northeastern United States.
Check out the Quartzsite video, and please watch the G-rated miracle that we had last week. We enjoyed sharing the birth of our grandson with you, and our daughter and her husband were also very excited to share that. So just go get to know us more. We'll go get to know you more. And this has been tons of fun.
It has.
Yeah. Are we done?
We're done.
Okay. Until next time, this is Grassroots Living, reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
We're thinking of you, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace out.
If I can catch some
Okay, so
yeah,
if you have your studio,
yeah, it was a curl.
then you're allowed more.
Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm Kelly, and we're from Sweet Travels. What makes us happy is the Lord, spreading God's love, and loving people.
And we live our love by sharing the word, sharing our love, and loving on others.
It was